Today I'm playing Fortnite, but I'm using the world's most customized PS5 controller. If you take a quick look at my hand cam, you can already see there's a lot going on. So let's break it all down. The base controller to this entire setup is the standard white PS5 controller that came with my PS5. And I personally don't know how to play without paddles, so of course the first accessory I had to add was Extremerate's Rise 4 remap kit, which not only adds these 4 paddles, which are super sick, but the one I picked also has a built-in rubber grip. That entire kit was $45, but it definitely makes this entire controller. For accessory 2, let's move to the front of the controller, and this thing is called the pivotal stick grip. Everyone knows the control freaks, but this one has some kind of weird engineering behind it. The top moves, but the base doesn't because there's a ball and socket joint, and the spring keeps the top steady so you get more tactile feedback while aiming. Next, the third accessory has to do with my button. The normal PS5 controller's buttons are kind of like clear looking, but these are what my buttons look like, and these are also from Extremerate. They're actually out of a kit that was supposed to add RGB to my controller, and at one point did add RGB to my controller, but I messed up the install, so I had to take it out, and that left me with just these different buttons, which I mean still look pretty sick. So that's the third accessory, and the crazy thing is I'm not even halfway through everything that's on this controller. Accessory 4 is also on the buttons, but it's actually on the inside of the button. It's the Extremerate face clicky kit, and it basically makes the D-pad and all the face buttons super clicky and tactile. I know the advantage it provides is super minimal, especially because I barely even click my buttons with all my paddles, but in the times that I do click them, like to reload or mark something, it's definitely one of my all-time favorite accessories to add to a controller, and this kit was $17. Then accessory 5 is by who else than Extremerate. This one is basically the same thing as the last, but instead of the buttons, it's on the triggers and bumpers. So it's called the Tactile Clicky Hair Trigger Kit, and this one, as you'd imagine, adds a massive advantage. Not only does it feel super cool because it makes everything really clicky, but it makes it so your triggers and bumpers activate over 2 times faster than the standard controller's bumpers and triggers. So your shot goes off faster, your builds play sooner, and it's only $16, which is actually crazy. With these clicky kits though, there is 2 issues. The first being that at least with the trigger kit, you can only use them in games like Fortnite and Call of Duty, where the only thing you need your trigger for is to get a shot off as soon as possible. And then the other issue with both clicky kits and actually this paddles attachment, you almost have to gut your entire controller to be able to install these things. To put this entire controller together, it took me over 4 hours of following tutorials, which is nuts. With that being said though, we have even more accessories on this. So the 6th thing that I added to this controller was actually a second grip. At one point I was using this controller and I really wanted a front grip on it because my hands were sweating a ton, but this back shell only came with a back grip. So what I did was bought a Control Freak extra thin PS5 controller grip. I cut each side in half and then I just stuck it to my controller. The cuts aren't super clean and it definitely makes the controller look uglier, but I'm taking performance over aesthetics 10 out of 10 times. And so for that edition, I paid an extra $15 to put that on there. The 7th and final control accessory is maybe the most interesting of them all, and it's the Plus Gear Pro Scroller. It basically adds a functional scroll wheel to your controller that you can use for scroll wheel reset or even scroll wheel pickup. Or if you really wanted to, you could even make it a dedicated weapon slot. I don't really find that one as useful though. The best part about using it with Fortnite is even if you're on controller, if you touch a scroll wheel, it doesn't change your binds to keyboard and mouse. Like if I move my mouse, you can see all my binds switch to keyboard and mouse. However, if I'm on controller and I touch my scroll wheel, it stays on controller, meaning you don't lose aim assist. This specific one isn't even sold anymore because they actually upgraded models, so now they're onto the Model 3, which is even better than this one. And right now they're selling that for $40. Now that I finally got through all 7 accessories, first of all, you should subscribe to help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. And now let's go actually try this in a game and see if I can maybe even get a win on it. Oh, let's go. Aim is coming in clutch with the stick grip. I don't even feel bad, dude. Footsteps are so loud, he should have been able to hear me. With a setup like this, there's a ton of room for customization. So basically what I got going on is on my paddle, I have jump, I have edit, I have my pickaxe, I have sprint, I have confirm, and then my scroll wheel up is gonna be scroll wheel pickup, and my scroll wheel down is scroll wheel reset. So there's a lot going on, but let's see if I can win a game with all this. Okay, you sweat. Wow, this guy is scared. I mean, maybe with me being on this controller, he has the right to be scared. Let's go. Oh, he's still there. Dude, this storm mark thing's actually so OP. Please, I need my hammer back. Dude, this guy's annoying. Thank you. You You know, I feel like some people would say that there's too much going on with this controller, and there's a chance that I could agree with that. I mean, definitely, like, if you were going from a standard controller to all of a sudden trying to learn all this, it'd be pretty difficult. I'm already used to 4-paddle, so that's not really an issue for me. I really think if someone fully practiced on a controller like this, they could get pretty good on it. At this point, I think my only complaints are that the thumbstick is a little too high for my liking, and right now I'm just not that good with the scroll wheel. Holy. Let's go. Dude, these hammers are sketching me out. Oh, let's go. Wait, what just happened to that other guy? He must have died in zone. First game on this controller, I get an intense 7 elim win. Maybe all these accessories do work together. I really didn't get to use my scroll wheel much in that game, so I'm gonna really test it here with some box fights. Oh, let's go. That actually works so well. Go. Oh, let's go. This controller altogether costs around $235, which I'll admit is a pretty insane price. But even then, it's still a lot cheaper than some of these pro controllers, and it has a lot more features. I have pro controllers that are $350 that don't even have as many features as this one does. I think technically I could add Control Freak on my left stick. I could probably add the Cronus 7 that I had if I wanted to get banned. And I could probably find some front PS5 paddles as well and get 10 accessories on this one PS5 controller. So if this is the video that gets me to 100,000 subscribers, I'll make sure to try that. Oh, no way I still get that. I was trying to bait him with the scroll reset. Well, that worked out better than I expected. The only two accessories that I might not keep on this controller is one, the thumb grip. It's a cool concept, but I think this model is a little too tall for my liking. So if they ever release a smaller version, I'll definitely be using that. And the scroll wheel I haven't quite grasped yet. I feel like my normal resets can be almost just as fast and they feel a lot more controlled than the scroll wheel reset. But I also don't have too much experience with the scroll wheel, so I could just keep practicing on it, even though I probably won't. Thank you so much for watching, though, especially if you made it all the way here to the end. You're a real one. So make sure to subscribe, check out another one of my videos, and I hope to catch you in a future one.